Okay, y'all, this is a quick and dirty video of how to fix your Prime Go Plus. If you're like me and one day your Prime Go Plus, the touch screen stopped working, you tried to reboot it, tried to unplug it, tried to let the battery die, and it just for some reason wasn't working, this may be your solution. Went on the internet, kind of Googled around a lot, and basically a lot of the forums were basically saying, yo, it's actually one of the PCB connectors inside of the Prime Go. So as you can see, I just took this thing all the way apart. I even took off the dials and the faders, which I realized I didn't need to do, but it took me a hot minute to like even get this panel off, because for some reason I unscrewed all these screws, which is like 20 screws in here. But I realized that what was holding it back was actually the input jacks, like the ends of the 1/4 inches was actually what was holding it back, and also this like I don't know, cable holder. So I'm gonna walk backwards with you guys, since I already did this and I just like turned it over to check. But essentially what you have here is you have a motherboard or whatever this is, like the actual system board. I think this is what this is. And then you have basically the sound card. There's screws that were here, here, and here. And then on this, there's up in here, these are these silver screws that you see right here. But essentially what you're gonna do is, let me see if I can prop this up. I have to use 2 hands. But essentially what you're gonna do is you're going to figure out a way, like if you have like, I don't know, some of those little crab grabbers, like, but you probably don't. I don't have them, so I just use like a screwdriver. But essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna need to get underneath here. And you can see it's kind of a lot. Let me see if I can, hold on, let me come back real quick. Okay, my tripod is in another spot and I just want to try to get this out here. So essentially what I did is I turned it around so you can see it a little bit better. But essentially you have like these cables and like ribbon connectors, and there's a lot of stuff going on in here. So you got to be really gentle. So number one, I don't take any responsibility for any of you guys messing up your board, but if you feel confident that you can kind of get in here like me, it's not too crazy, but it is a little nerve-wracking. So I just wanted to make this video just to maybe help you guys if you're in the same spot. And so ignore the crazy camera. I have one hand available. But essentially what you're gonna do is, I can't grab both these, but I unscrewed both of these. And what you're gonna see is, let me see if I can get in here. Let's see, can you see that? There's this connector you're seeing right here that attaches to that little board right there. What you're gonna do is you're gonna prop both of these 2 boards that you're seeing right here. Just like figure out some kind of way. Like, I don't know what the best way, probably some electrician or somebody could tell me, hey, there's a better way to do this, but like figure out a safe way to prop them up so you can get in there. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna get to this little PCB connector, I think that's what it's called. It's the only thing that you can see right here with these cables. There's like a yellow one, and then there's like another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white cables. What you're gonna do is you're gonna unplug that. You might have to kind of wiggle it back and forth. What I ended up using was like a guitar pick, and I stuck it in like, I don't know if you can see this. It's really, yeah, right here. I kind of stuck it in there, and I just kind of eventually wiggled it to the point where it came loose. And then what I did was I just replugged it in. It was kind of sticky, so if you have a little bit of issue with it, just be gentle with it and be patient. And that was the solution that I saw somebody wrote on like the Prime Go forums. So I recommend, yeah, doing that. And what I'll do right now is, I can't walk you through that. I think you'll get it, but I'm gonna just show you kind of really quickly how I took this thing apart. Okay, and now we are back. So I'm going to rescrew these back in, which is what you'll do to take these off. So just think of this backwards, and then just like come back to this video if you want to see more in depth. I'll maybe speed this up. I'm also working one-handed. I make videos all the time, but today I just was like, let me just make this really quick and dirty. So there's no tripods, so that's why I'm holding it with one hand. And this last screw here, right here on the edge. For this piece, the soundboard. Locked in. And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna lock this one in, making sure those cables are in place. Yeah, that's it. So got it. So I'm gonna spare you guys a few minutes. Okay, so I'm assembling this back. So on the back here, I have a bunch of different screws. I have the ends of the 1/4 inches, and then I have these 2 small screws, which you can kind of see, but there's like one small screw that goes here and like another one that goes here. And then the rest of them are these larger screws, which I believe are the same ones that go on the back. That's pretty self-explanatory, but just for you guys, when you do this on your own, you have all these that you need to take apart. And I just kind of divided them up. So there's these screws right here that have like a gold backing, and this is on the Prime Go Plus. So it's the ones that have this like little triangle here. I think this is on all models. These are what the small screws are. I just try to separate these so I don't get them confused. And then these screws are the ones that go on the rest of these all around. And like I said, the rest of these screws are all the ones except for this one that's silver right here in the middle, and then this one here, which are the small black screws. And then yeah, again, the large hexes right here, and the washers are what go over the 1/4 inches. The washer goes in first, and then goes the nut. And then this other thing, I don't know if you can see it, which you probably are aware of, is this little thing right here, which the washer, and then this like double-ended bolt thing going on, that is what goes here, which I think is just the thing to like protect the cable. And then goes the little black part here. But I'm pretty sure if you look at like a instruction somewhere, you'll be able to find it. Again, you don't have to, like me, take apart all this stuff. I just did it because I was in desperation, and I realized, okay, it was actually the 1/4 inches that were blocking me. So if you get to do this, it's gonna be much faster. What you're basically gonna do, again, I'm repeating myself, you're gonna take off all this, everything along here, just keeping it in order. They have all the screws. This should pop off pretty simple. Like you can just slide it out. Then you're gonna do just like I said, unscrew the top 2 boards and then just reconnect the connector. So hopefully this guys help you. I'll try to make a better video next time.